Good afternoon, children. Today we are going to discuss about iteration through loops, which is very much familiar to you since you have studied this last year itself. So this session is all about iteration through loops revision. So this will be the last unit of the chapter revision of class 9th. First we will see for loop. So for loop is used for when the number of iterations are fixed. That is, if you know the starting as well as the ending value, then we use the for loop. Then we'll see the syntax. For initial value, then semicolon, condition, semicolon, step value. So initial value will be the starting of the loop. Then next is condition, and condition will be till where the for loop should continue. That will be the condition. And next is step value. Step value is the increment or decrement value. That is, the initial value should go till where? Till condition, it has to be continued with how many step values, whether increment or decrement. That will be determined by the step value. The next is inside the block, you have body of the loop. So now we'll see the example. For int I is equal to 1. So I is equal to 1 is the initial value here. Then condition I is less than or equal to 10. That is a condition. That means I should go till 10. And next is semicolon I plus plus. I plus plus determines the I value should increment its value by 1. You know I plus plus will make the I value next to the next level, that is 2. So we'll see I is equal to 1. Then it will check the condition whether 1 is less than or equal to 10. The condition is true. Since the condition is true, it comes inside the loop and it prints the statement. Here we have written system.out.println of I. So I value is 1. So you get the output 1 there. Then again end of the block. So when you see end of the block, the control goes here to the increment as well as the decrement. That is the step value. So here we have increment. So increment means I plus plus. That is I value should increment its value by 1. So that is it will become 2. I will become 2. The next is whether 2 is condition will be checked. So 2 is less than or equal to 10. The condition is true. So it comes inside and it prints a statement that is system.out.println of I, and I value is 2. Then again I plus plus. So it becomes 3. It becomes 4, 5, 6, and when the condition is 10 less than or equal to 10, the condition is true. It prints 10. Then again I plus plus, it will become 11. 11 is less than or equal to 10. The condition is false and we terminate the loop. Now we will see the different ways of using for loop. That is, you can use different for loops in your program. So first one is null loop. So null loop is like your body of the loop will be empty. That is, you just see the example. For I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to 100, I plus plus. So here I value starting from 1, it just simply iterates, and inside the body there is nothing to be printed out or nothing to be executed. So this particular for loop will simply iterates and there is nothing will be executed. So that is known as null loop. Body of the loop will be empty. Second is endless loop. So in endless loop, you can see the example. For I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to 10, and you don't have any step value here. That means I value here, I is equal to 1 and 1 is less than or equal to 10. The condition is always right. So that means the body of the loop, whatever it is, the body of the loop will be continuously running, and you can see in the screen your output will be continuously running since we do not give any condition here, any step value there. So that is known as endless loop. And another way of mentioning an endless loop is for inside the bracket, you no need to mention any initial value or condition or step value here. So when you mention simply like this also will be giving you a endless loop. So next is including more expressions. So you can include one or more expressions in for loop. For example, like for a is equal to 1, x is equal to 1. So a is equal to 1, x is equal to 1. There are two initial values here, a semicolon, then any one condition here. a less than or equal to 10, and next is x plus plus comma a plus plus. So there are two step values here, which is x also incrementing, a also incrementing. So we just see the inside body of the loop, SOP ln of a. So here a value is 1. So 1 is again, it is incrementing the value by 1. So you will be having an output like a value will be 1, 2, 3, 4 till 10. And here s plus is equal to x, and x value is 1. Then again x is x plus plus. X plus plus will be incrementing again and again. And here we have the condition a is less than or equal to 10. That means this loop will terminate when the a value reaches 10. So no need to mention again for x value. So here you will be having the sum of x, that is from 1 till 10. X is a is from 1 to 10. So x is also will be from 1 to 10. So you will be having the sum of values, that is from 1 to 10 in S. Next is time lapse loop. That is, if you wanted to give any time lapse in the output, that means one output is appeared and the second output, if you want any time lapse in between the other output, then you can include a for loop in between the two outputs. So here is an example. For I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to, this is 1 lakh, I plus plus. So when you give a larger value in the condition, and there is a semicolon here. So when you give a larger value in the condition, this will be simply iterates and you will be getting a time lapse in your output. Nested loop. So a loop inside another loop is known as nested loop. So here you can see two fors. First for is here and another for is here. So first for, inside that loop I have used another for. So this is a nested for loop. We'll see the working now. So for I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to 5, I plus plus. Inside the I loop you have one more for loop, that is nested loop. So j is equal to 1, j less than or equal to I, j plus plus. Then SOP of j, that is inside the j loop. Then again outside you have SOP ln, system.out.println. So this particular statement makes the cursor to come down. So I is equal to 1. So first 1 is less than or equal to 5. The condition is true. Since the condition is true, it comes inside the loop. So again another for loop. So j is equal to 1. 1 is less than or equal to I. I value is 1. So 1 is less than or equal to 1. The condition is true. So it comes inside. So SOP of j, system.out.print of j. So j value is 1. So you get this particular statement, that is 1 gets printed. Then again j plus plus. So j will become 2. 2 less than or equal to 1. The condition is false. Since the condition is false, it comes outside the loop. So that is SOP ln. So SOP ln means it brings the cursor down. So initially the cursor was here. So now the cursor is now here. Okay. Then again ending of the I loop. Since ending of the I loop makes control goes here. So I plus plus, I will become 2 now. So 2 is less than or equal to 5. The condition is true. Since the condition is true, it comes inside. So inside again j is equal to 1. So again 1 is less than or equal to 2. So 1 is less than or equal to 2. The condition is true. Since the condition is true, it comes inside and it prints a value of j. So that is equal to 1. Then again ending of the loop. So j plus plus. So j plus plus, that is 2. 2 less than or equal to 2. 2 is equal to 2. Condition is true. So it comes, so it prints the value 2, SOP of 2. Again ending of the loop. So again j plus plus, j will become 3. 3 less than or equal to 2. Condition is false. Since the condition is false, it comes outside the loop. So again SOP ln. So initially the cursor was here. Then again it comes here. Again ending of the I loop. Since ending of the I loop, again I value will become 3. 3 less than or equal to 5. Condition is true. So 3 less than or equal to 5. Since the condition is true, it comes inside and j loop will execute for 1, 2, 3. When it becomes 4, it comes out. So you will get 1, 2, 3. Again, ending of the loop, you will have 4, 5. So your final output will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next, we will see while loop. So first is initialization statement, then while, inside the bracket condition, then block of the while loop starts, then inside that body of the loop, then the step value. Based on the step value and the condition, this while loop gets executed. So then block ends. Now example. So I is equal to 1. So I is equal to 1 is the initialization statement. So I is been initialized with the value 1. Then while I is less than or equal to 5. So the condition is I is less than or equal to 5. Then inside the block SOP ln of I. So I value is 1. 1 is less than or equal to 5. The condition is true. 1 is less than 5. So you get the output SOP ln of I, that is 1. Then again next statement is I plus plus. So I value will become 2. So again the condition, the ending of the block, that means the control goes back here. So again 2 less than or equal to 5. So 2 is less than or equal to 5. Condition is true. So then again output will be SOP ln of I. So I value is 2. So that will be the output. Again I plus plus. So again 3. 3 less than or equal to 5. Condition is true. So you get the output 3. So it gets continued. Since I is less than or equal to 5 till 5, your output will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when the I value will become 6, 6 is less than or equal to 5. Condition is false. So it just stop the execution. Do while loop. So do while loop is also another iteration loop. So syntax is initialization, do, then block starts, body of the loop, then the step value, that is increment or decrement, then block is closed, then while, condition and a semicolon. So this is a syntax. Now example, int I is equal to 1. So that is initialization statement. Then do, block started, SOP ln of I, then I plus plus, block is closed, while I is less than or equal to 5. So until the I is less than or equal to 5, this do while loop executes. So I is actually 1. So SOP ln, first statement is like it will check do, then block started, SOP ln of I. So I gets printed there 1. Then again I plus plus, I will become 2. Then again it comes while I2 is less than or equal to 5. So here you have noticed that for 1, for when the I value was 1, there was no checking. That is for the first condition, without checking this block executes. So when the I value is initially wrong, for example if it was 6 also, you will get an output that is 6. Okay, and for the next time you will not get 7, 8 like that. So next is like 2. 2 is less than or equal to 5. The condition is true. So again SOP ln of I. So you will get output 2. Again I plus plus. It will become 3. So 3 is less than or equal to 5. Condition is true. Again 3, 4, 5. So when it comes 6, 6 is less than or equal to 5. Condition is false. So the loop. That's all about today's session, children. Iteration through loops. So please refer last year textbook for few more details and practice all the sums which is given in the textbook. Thank you.